Hello, me again. So it is snow day number 9 up here in somewhere Ontario. And what we do on snow days is absolutely I send my kids to school. No, I got stuff to do. Or even if I don't, they're going to go to school. Anyway, one thing we do is for snow days, we make homemade pizza. So that's what we're doing today. Yum yums, homemade pizza dough. So when it's all put together, I individually separate them. So everyone gets to take their own ingredients and make their own za exactly how that they want them. That way there's no fighting. It's a fun activity. And yeah, it passes an hour a time-ish. Or if you have my boys, it passes about 3 minutes. So all depends. Anyway, so we're going to go jump right into it. And let's make some pizza dough. All right. Okay, so what you want to start off with is 1.5 teaspoons of dry active yeast. And then you're going to put in your cup of warm water to activate. And let that sit for about 10 minutes and let it get nice and frothy. All right, I don't want to talk for 10 minutes, so I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I'll share some funny stories while we're waiting for 10 minutes. So my boys are 7 and 8, and they hear everything. They hear everything. So, okay, the monster movie, Ed Gein, when that came out, I watched that, and I binge watched it so fast because he's a fine piece of man no matter what character he plays. And so for like the next month, I was walking around talking like Ed Gein because I'm a weird mom and I think that's funny. So I guess I said it so much that our youngest son he's just dabbling in investments now, and he opened up his own investment account and he's very excited. So on the weekends, he looks at his account to see how much money he has and how much it's grown. And I'm walking past and my 7-year-old looks at me and he's like, "Oh, mother, I have a new hobby. I'm doing it while you're eating your sinful cold cuts." And I realized I gotta stop being the weird mom, but also like their future wives are gonna freaking love them. So maybe I won't stop being the weird mom. Hi. So it's been about 10 minutes and we are nice and frothy with our yeast. So then I'll just let you know everything that I'm putting in here. So what I'm doing in my little fun bowl is I have 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, and I like to put in onion powder. So 2 teaspoons of onion powder. So dump that bad boy right in there. And then also for your flour, you're going to want to put in 2 cups of flour. All right, get that going. So you can either do this by hand if you want. I don't want to. I have a stand mixer, so that's what I'm going to use right now. Okay, see you in a minute. So once you put it into your stand mixer, you're just going to let it mix for about 10 minutes. Once you see it pulling from the sides, that's when you know it's going to be done. If it's too sticky, try putting in another teaspoon of flour. If it's too dry, be very, very small amounts with your water. Same about a teaspoon, just to let it start pulling from the sides of the bowl, but you do not want it to be too tacky. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes of this mixing. So it is a nice looking little guide. Okay, so take that out. Give them a little bit of a knead. I'm not wearing gloves because this is for my children and I don't want to. Okay, so then what you're gonna do is take about a teaspoon of olive oil, just so you can coat the surface. It doesn't stick and it kind of gives it a nice rise. Okay, push it in, flop it over. Very cool. Okay, so once it's in there, what you're going to want to do is cover it with a plastic wrap and then tuck it away for about 30 minutes to an hour somewhere warm and let it rise. And then we'll see what happens then. Okay. So the dough's been sitting for about an hour and we've got some pretty good rise on it. I'm fairly happy. So we have a wonderful pizza dough ready to be made into a pizza. So I'm going to go do that now and say ciao for the day and get this done and put in the oven for when the kids come home. All right. Have a good one. See ya.